ladies and gentlemen. The Super Meteor 650 from the Royal Enfield family. Congratulations.
Okay, so yeah, this is our brand new Super Meteor 650 and we are super proud of it. Essentially, we've gone for something that is an archetypical cruiser, something that embodies everything about the genre. So the style, the proportion, the design team, Adrian Sellers and the team worked really hard to get that absolutely archetypical cruiser look and feel and stance and proportion. But it had to be a Royal Enfield, and so we also worked very hard to incorporate some really key Royal Enfield design cues. So, you know, things like, if you look at this rising line that we talked about in the video, so this design cue that goes all the way back to our bullet, all the way back to the late 1940s, this shape of the frame that comes down and around the back of the toolbox there, this very strong hourglass figure, the proportion of the bike just works. And you can see, you know, on the screen here, these are some of the early sketches that we did. And you can see it gives that sense of dynamic, that sense of motion and moving forward right from the start. And I think that's given the bike, the overall bike, a real sense of purpose and of stance that works really well. The vehicle development team, the vehicle dynamics team, put a huge amount of work into making sure that this bike is an easy bike to ride. So our chief test rider, Paul Young, put a lot of time and effort into making sure that the bike handles and responds and is neutral and natural and easy to ride. And it's a surprisingly easy motorcycle to get on and ride. It feels as easy to ride as our Interceptor or our other bikes. Talking through some of the design details on here, we've got some really nice premium quality design details. So for example, we've spent a lot of time on these switch cubes. These are cast aluminium switch cube with a really beautiful finish, and that's taken a lot of time to get that right and to get the quality there. And you can see how that runs all the way through the component parts, the triple trees, the riser clamps, the mudguard front part, all fit together and just work nicely together. Details like the badging, you know, we've put a lot of time in developing things like the badging and just all the way through the quality the bike oozes through. We've got upside down forks for the first time at Royal Enfield. We've worked very hard with the supplier to develop those and it really comes through. When you ride the bike, you feel the quality of the ride, you feel the responsiveness of the bike that comes through really strongly. We've got our very first LED at the front here, first LED headlight, LED indicators and tail light. There's a tripper pod up there, so for navigation purposes you can stick your phone in your pocket, plug in your USB cable under the side panel and away you go. You don't need to worry about where you're going, you've got simple directions there. But everywhere you look on the bike, the detailing is rich and works very well. On the engine, as mentioned in the film, it's our tried and tested parallel twin. And that works really well for a cruiser. It's got 80% of the torque at 2,500 RPM. So really from low down, it's got that lovely torquey wave that you can pick up and ride through. It's got that butter smooth gear change and it just suits a cruiser. It really works well in this bike. We've played a little bit with the mapping and the gearing just to make it more suitable for the bike. There's some small architectural changes to the engine to make it work with the frame. But other than that, if you're familiar with our twin, then you'll be familiar with this, and it just makes the perfect engine for the bike. So I'm going to pass over to Govin now. Govin's going to talk a little bit about the different propositions.
The motorcycle is available in two different propositions, the Super Meteor 650 and the Super Meteor 650 Tourer. Totally there are going to be 7 colorways, of which 3 colorways which are given here. The Interstellar Green, Celestial Red and the Astral Black, and 4 more colors. The motorcycle will be available from spring 2023 across the Europe for the delivery to the consumers. We have the well-engineered, tested, homologated, all the accessories which are fitted into these motorcycles like fly screen, handlebar, fog lamps, engine guard, seats, backrest and pannier. So a Super Meteor can actually be loaded with all these accessories, can be a grand tourer. That's the Super Meteor 650 from Royal Enfield. So over to Sid to add the closing remarks on the entire launch.
I never really took myself for a cruiser guy, but in the last few years, riding the prototypes of the Super Meteor, and I think I've been transformed a bit. For me, this is an extremely refined motorcycle. When you ride it, the throttle response, of course it's meant for straight roads, it does really well. But when you actually lean in, it feels absolutely natural, absolutely amazing. It's got a full foot forward control, yet it's super agile. And to me, the form, the shape is absolutely gorgeous. As Mark said, we've really put a lot of effort into every little bit. So please come and have a look at this motorcycle. And I think this will make a cruiser rider out of me. It's absolutely fascinating. And really, for us, we really believe that there is nothing, absolutely nothing like this available in middleweight motorcycles. Such a refined, such a gorgeous and capable cruiser motorcycle. So thank you all very much for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. Please come and have a look at the motorcycles. Thank you.